Don't miss the 4th Annual Westin Wine and Food Festival on Sunday, March 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. at Main Street in Belltown Tower Lane in Weston. An eclectic range of wine distributors will be pouring select wines from around the world. You'll enjoy a tasty range of South Florida's noteworthy dining destinations, dishing out some of those signature items, plus the Latin flavor of award-winning 8-piece band Sabor Latino. Enjoy offerings from over 80 vendors, and mingle with friends while you sip fine wine and marvel at the fine arts and crafts along the way. Plus, take part in a variety of specialty wine and food seminars. The event is designed to increase awareness and support of the American Cancer Society and kids in distress. It's the 4th Annual Westin Wine and Food Festival on Sunday, March 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. at Main Street in Belltown Tower Lane in Weston. For more information, go online to www.westonwineandfoodfestival.com. That's westonwineandfoodfestival.com. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of its host, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour with credit restoration expert Bill Lewis. With offices located in Davie, Florida, Credit Restoration Consultants is a professional paralegal association specializing in the restoration of consumer creditworthiness and identity theft. Join Bill and his guests Monday through Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. to learn how you can stop threatening creditor calls, take control of your credit problems, and increase your credit score. If you have questions about your credit, contact Bill Lewis at his offices by calling 954-581-5050. That's 954-581-5050, or go online to www.talkaboutcredit.com. Your comments and questions are welcome during today's show. Call us live on the air. From Boca, Deerfield, and Delray, dial 988-5470. And from all other areas, call toll-free at 888-565-1470. And now, here's Bill Lewis.
And happy Monday morning, everybody. Unless, of course, you're listening to the 7 p.m. rebroadcast, and the day for you is already over. But, you know, it is Monday morning, just a couple minutes after 9. And, of course, the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour always follows the Steve Kane Show. And, yes, that's right, credit restoration. The who, what, when, where, and why of credit restoration consultants. But guess what? We're not going to bore you today with credit repair. For those of you losers, deadbeats, scumbags, dirtbags out there that have difficulties with your credit, individuals that have lower credit scores than you know what to do with, you know, actually, I was watching this new A&E. I don't actually know if it's new or not, but, you know, A&E channel has this king of cars. They got this guy named Chop out there in Los Angeles, actually Las Vegas, who is the king of cars. And it was very interesting. They had a gentleman on yesterday talking about he needed to put $13,000 down on a $36,000 car because his middle score was 512, I think it was. They just couldn't get him approved. But I guess that's another thing. We're not going to talk about credit today because most of you out there already know about credit restoration, what credit restoration consultants can do for you. But we have a special guest on today, Jose Pinera from American Cancer Society. Good morning, Jose. How are you?
Good morning, Bill.
Hey, actually, this is your second opportunity, your second try at the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour. And today we're going to be talking about the Westin Relay for Life. And, of course, Westin Relay for Life is coming up this Friday night. Yes, that's right, Friday.
It's taken a whole year to plan, and finally it's here.
Taken a long time, and, you know, as logistics chair for the Westin Relay for Life, you know, I just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate you on what a good event and what a good manager, a good community representative you are. You know, in the past, I've had the opportunity to participate with the Davie Cooper City Relay for Life, and as logistics chair, and moving over this year to Westin, I've noticed that the community representative in you is a very organized individual, a very expert individual, and you've been able to answer all the questions and just assist us with, you know, the who, what, when, where, and why of the American Cancer Society.
Thank you, but it's all the committee.
Hey, always remember one thing, the smiles, you know, all that backslapping that I'm giving you, this is for radio. And although we have a face for radio, individuals out there can't see the smile, but if you're happy, just say so.
I'm happy. Thank you very much. It's been a great year planning this event. The committee has been right on top of everything, just making sure that all of the logistical items from yourself, from the sponsorship, everything that has to take place in order for the event to go on as planned. They've been doing a wonderful job this year.
Yeah, I've noticed this is not easy. I mean, it really does take you, you know, you talk about planning and that you plan for the whole year, and basically, you know, it's like a strict 6-month planning. You plan out the year, but the planning really starts to become more intensive about 6 months out from the event. And, of course, the closer you get to the event, the more intense the planning is.
And then it gets crazy 1 week away from the event. And as you saw on Saturday when we were planning the site where everybody will be putting up their tents and where the Luminarias and the Survivor dinner will take place, all that is now will happen.
Well, it's very interesting because, of course, you know, the event, I mean, there are a lot of Relays for Life in Broward County. Of course, we are talking about the Westin Relay for Life. And, you know, whether you're supporting the Westin event, the Davie Cooper City event, and the Deerfield Beach, or the Pembroke Pines, which had an event a couple, weeks ago, Relay is very important. For those of you out there that, are under knowledgeable in this particular area, Relay for Life is a community gathering from the American Cancer Society where each and every citizen in our society can participate. And obviously, we're participating in the fight against cancer. I guess the bottom line, what is it, Jose? Basically just teams of, individuals that camp out at a local high school, park, or fairgrounds. In this particular instance, the Weston Regional Park out there in Saddle Club Road. It's not just a walkathon, it's an overnight event.
It's an overnight event, and we are so proud this year of the Weston community because they have stepped up. We have more than 40 teams. Our goal was to have 40 teams this year in Weston. Last year we had 32 teams, so it's a big jump for us. We are looking forward to this year. It's exciting.
Well, the city of Weston has done something obviously this year that they have never done. And why don't you explain for the benefit of those 13 or 14 listeners out there in La La Land what exactly the city of Weston is doing this year for Weston Relay?
Again, because of the committee that we've had this year, that they have stepped up and they have gone more than above of everything that they needed to do. They've contacted the city, and tonight we are getting the proclamation of the city of Weston proclaiming Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and 24th American Cancer Society Relay for Life Day in Weston.
Well, actually, we have our first caller out there this morning. You feel like taking a call bright and early?
Let's do it.
Oh, ho, ho. Welcome to the CRCR. How can we help you? Hello?
Hello?
Hal, where are you, Hal?
I'm at my office.
Hal's at his office. Now, Hal, of course, is in charge of sponsorships. Jose, did you have Hal call in early to kind of save you here?
No, he's doing it on his own.
How are you, Hal? Hal Hammel there, obviously on the committee for Weston Relay for Life. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. And number one, I wanted to wish Jose a very healthy, happy birthday. Turning 29 years old today.
I thought it was 60. How old are you, Jose?
I'm 49 today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Well,
Don't ask me to sing, though.
I won't.
Hal, you've called to throw in your 2 cents. How are you doing with sponsorship?
We're doing quite well. We were happy also that Memorial Hospital has jumped in and is helping us this year, along with a number of other local Weston residents, businesses locally here in the area. There's different raffles that people have been coming forth and doing, and we have the Hyatt Bonaventure that's been with us, the Red Door Spa. We have a number that we were able to get in, and it's great to see a community going out and all trying to help battle cancer.
Very interesting. And Hal Hammel is doing such a great job on sponsorship. I've noticed that you've had such a wonderful committee out here. You've done a great job. And in addition to the happy birthday, I guess I have to congratulate you, Jose, on what a great job done. This event, why hold it on Friday, Saturday versus some of the events on Saturday, Sunday?
It's just easier for us. We've gone through also the Saturday, Sunday event, and our committee for this year decided to do it on a Friday, Saturday. So we've gone back and forth, and it's true some of the other events have done it on a Saturday, Sunday. For us, it just works better.
Does that now that I have to get off work early Friday because of course I'll have to be out there like 12:30 this Friday. Of course, that gives me a way to play hooky from work here at CRC and be able to get out and hang out. But how are you able to sit there and basically, these individuals, it's a lot of work. It's an overnight event. You got to kind of stay awake, stay on track, and especially if you're on a committee or involved in the integral workings, of the event, that's a lot of awake time.
I think that what keeps people awake is just the concept and the knowledge of why they are doing this.
Well, why are they doing this?
They're doing it because of all of the cancer survivors that we have out there. Right now, we have 10 million cancer survivors in the United States, and that's why we walk. We walk so that those numbers can continue to increase.
How many Relays for Life are there in Broward this year?
In Broward, there will be 23 different relays.
And I think it's up 1 or 2 from over the last couple of years, is it not?
6 up from last year.
Right, because even West Park now, I believe, has their own Relay for Life.
Correct. And we will also have a relay for the Hispanic Latino community also.
And, of course, even Relay for Life has been over in Afghanistan and Iraq. The military have participated this year in that, and they've had, a mini type, Relay for Life over there supporting the American Cancer Society. I mean, is there any dilution between these events? I mean, you continuously get other events, or is it just more awareness and getting individuals involved?
The concept behind Relay is that every community deserves a relay, because every community has to fight to find the cure for cancer. So that's why it becomes so much easier to just go to one community and say, do you want to have a relay in your community? And no one says no, because everybody is affected by it. 1 out of 3 Americans will be affected by cancer. So if you look at our communities, that's in our community too. The good thing about it is that we are able to say that there are 10 million survivors. Those numbers continue to increase for the second year in a row.
If someone also, if they read this morning, I was reading the Sun Sentinel, and there's an article that was written by Brian Feldman about a woman that wins a cancer fight. This woman, her name is Judith Baker, 61, of Margate. She was been dealing with cancer for more than 10 years, including the last 3 as a stage 4 patient. Early in February, however, she was declared NED, no evidence of disease, due to a new medication that she was taking with treatments of Abraxane. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. So it's exciting and for people that they're able to go out, and where before something such as this, unfortunately, she I'm sure would have passed on, that here she was able to get the right treatment, the right medication, that she could be no evidence of the disease.
While Hal here is on the phone and Jose has something else to say, we have another caller this morning. Sue, good morning. Welcome. How are you?
Good morning. I just tuned in. I was on my way to work, and I heard about the relay. And I did hear one that happened closer to me, but I would like to participate maybe in this Weston one.
Where exactly do you live, Sue?
I live in Cooper City.
Okay, yeah, Davie Cooper City Relay was last weekend.
Okay, so can I participate in this one even though I don't live there?
Well, it's not too late to participate. I mean, we can get you signed up all the way to the end. Jose, you got your number to jot out for Sue here?
You can call us so that you can get more information at 954-564-0880, extension 128. That's my extension, Sue. So just give me a call later on today. I'll be back at the office, and I'll be able to get your information. And yes, anybody can come out even on the day of relay. We don't stop. The day of relay, somebody comes in and they want to sign up and create a team or just walk with us, join us if they're a survivor. We are looking for survivors to come out and join us. That's why we do this. Every single person that's out there walking and participating in the event is doing it because they want to see more and more survivors be out there on that track walking with us. So you are more than welcome to join us, and all of the other listeners that have not signed up for the Weston Relay yet and live in the area, need a place to go on Saturday night or on Friday.
Well, actually,
Friday night.
Now,
sorry,
Saturday night. You're thinking of something about that.
Friday night and Saturday morning. You are more than welcome to be with us.
And what time does it start again? I'm sorry.
The kickoff for the event is at 5 p.m. this Friday.
Okay. And we
the
can show
Luminaria
up
ceremony is at 8 p.m.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
And we can show up anytime?
Yes, you may, ma'am.
Just bring your checkbook with you, Sue, because obviously American Cancer Society here, we're fighting to eradicate, cancer in the country here. You can either join a team if you're going to, actually participate, or start a team. The commitment is $100, and they would like to see a $100 commitment per person. But if you have any other questions, obviously give Jose a call at 954-564-0880, and his extension is 128.
Thank you.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Sue.
you.
Hal's going to hang on the line for a couple moments. It's Bill Lewis, CRC. The number in the studio is 888-565-1470, and our Davie office is at 954-581-5050. And, of course, we have Jose Pinera in from American Cancer Society here this Monday morning talking about the Westin Relay for Life, going to be held this Friday and Saturday, March 23rd and 24th, at Weston Regional Park out there in Weston. Give us a ring, 888-565-1470.
Don't miss the 4th Annual Weston Wine and Food Festival on Sunday, March 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. at Main Street in Belltown Tower Lane in Weston. An eclectic range of wine distributors will be pouring select wines from around the world. You'll enjoy a tasty range of South Florida's noteworthy dining destinations, dishing out some of those signature items, plus the Latin flavor of award-winning 8-piece band Sabor Latino. Enjoy offerings from over 80 vendors and mingle with friends while you sip fine wine and marvel at the fine arts and crafts along the way. Plus, take part in a variety of specialty wine and food seminars. The event is designed to increase awareness and support of the American Cancer Society and Kids in Distress. It's the 4th annual Westin Wine and Food Festival on Sunday, March 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. at Main Street in Belltown Tower Lane in Weston. For more information, go online to www.westonwineandfoodfestival.com. That's westonwineandfoodfestival.com. What's the most important thing in your life? Your health? Your family? What about your credit? Having good credit can mean the difference between enjoying life and living a constant nightmare. Get on the road to financial freedom today. Go to the Credit Restoration Consultant's website at talkaboutcredit.com. At talkaboutcredit.com, you'll see how CRC can help restore your credit today. You can check your credit score. You can apply for new credit cards even if you've had credit problems. Plus, you'll get a ton of must-have information about how your credit score affects you. Learn more about credit scores and how they affect your ability to obtain premium rates on that new car, home, or refinance. Got a problem with 20% interest rates on your credit cards? Go to talkaboutcredit.com. Learn how to interpret credit scores and correct any problems. Plus, you can order your 3-in-1 credit report directly from CRC without a hard-hit inquiry. Check out the Credit Restoration Consultant's website at talkaboutcredit.com. That's talkaboutcredit.com. Or call 954-581-5050. That's 954-581-5050. You are listening to the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour with your host, Bill Lewis. If you have any questions about today's program, call us live on the air. From Boca, Deerfield, and Delray, dial 988-5470. That's 988-5470. And from all other areas, call toll-free, 888-565-1470. That's 888-565-1470. Now, once again, here's Bill Lewis.
Happy Monday, back in the studios here at 1470 WNN. Jose Pinera from American Cancer Society, our community representative for Westin Relay for Life, is back in the studio with me. Thanks for coming in this morning, Jose. I mean, the last time we talked, we kind of spoke over the phone, but don't you prefer to come to the station and just kind of, get a chance to get the word out a little better?
Yes, and I finally found the place.
That's not too bad here. Well, we talk about Relay for Life, and for those of you out there that really don't understand what Relay for Life is, obviously it's a signature event to the American Cancer Society, and these are community gatherings that are held in numerous communities. We talked this year, I think you said it was, 23 relays in Broward County?
Correct.
6 up from last year, including like the cities of West Park and stuff. But these community gatherings, are for the community, and, they're able to participate in the fight against cancer. And, teams of individuals, camp out at the local high schools, the parks, the fairgrounds. Much the same as a general walkathon, these individuals, take turns, in walking or running around a track or path. And obviously out in Weston, at the Weston Regional Park, we have a very big and very nice park there. But, each team is asked to have a representative on the track during all of, time to the event. That's very important, from 5 p.m. Friday to approximately 8 a.m. Saturday morning. You have to have one individual. And that's because cancer never sleeps. And some of these events, well, they're always overnight events, and some of them range up to 24 hours, although most of the events in Broward County range in approximately the 17 to 18-hour range. And, throughout the country, Relay for Life brings together millions of individuals to raise money to help prevent cancer, save lives, and, of course, diminish suffering from the disease itself. And, Jose, obviously we talk about the relay. How do you join? Is it too late? Sue, this young lady called up a few months ago and wanted to know, but, how do you start a team at this late stage?
It's not too late, and especially now that we have access to the web and that our program and everything, all the logistical items.
Yeah, I see I'm a little short on my donations here.
Yeah, you are.
A little short.
You have a few more days to go, so you better hurry up.
Do I have to raise the rest of this money by event day, or don't I have?
You don't have to raise it by event day because we will go all the way through August. So all of the teams that have not finished their commitment by event day, we will go through August 31st. Until we close the books for this year.
Did you bring my team jacket with you? Because,
No.
Didn't I get a team jacket for, raising more than $1,500?
No, you didn't do that.
Well, didn't get the jack or didn't raise more than $1,500?
You didn't raise more than $1,500.
Oh, no, that's not correct. I mean, it's raised more than $1,500. Got to go to my website. By the way, if you want to make a donation, you can make a donation to any participant. You can make a general donation. How do you do this?
You go to our webpage.
That's what I was going to bring up, is that how great that now that people more and more within Weston and in other areas are utilizing the website with American Cancer Society, and you could choose the relay that you're choosing to be participating in and go to possibly somebody's website that they want to, and directly just on a click, just go into such as your company and click on that and donate money directly to it, and it'll be immediately updated and shown that the money was done versus the older way of first mailing in a check and so forth.
Doesn't that make things easier for you, Jose?
It makes it tremendously easier. We have raised this year, we went from approximately about 7 teams last year on the web page to more than 20 teams on the web page. So far, we have raised, as of last Friday on the web, $30,000. So that's a tremendous difference. Last year on the web, we had raised about 12,000. So we've come a long way. Again, it's all because of the push from the committee that has been working so hard this year to make sure that we provide to the survivors and to all of the participants a great event and just doing the best that we can.
Very interesting indeed. We have another caller out there. Good morning. Welcome to the CRC Hour.
Good morning, Bill. This is Annie.
Hello, Annie. You know, Annie here is actually going to participate. Annie Sombrero here, she's actually going to be one of the massage therapists, Jose, that we talked about last week. I mean, we're going to have not one, not two, but 3 massage therapists out at the event here that are basically going to donate their services, to the cause, to American Cancer Society.
Thank you, Annie.
You're very welcome, Jose. Nice to meet you.
The same.
Hey, you get a chance to meet Jose this Friday night, and Annie here is my own personal massage therapist, and and talking with her week after week over the last several months, Annie has decided to take herself as well as 2 of her coworkers out to the event this week, and basically spend the entire night out there, and essentially they're going to be chair massages, and of course donations will be accepted, and the donations, of course, will go back to the Westin Relay for Life. But Annie, are you ready for the event this Friday?
I'm definitely ready, and so are Lydia and Joanne. There's definitely going to be one of us at any given time during the whole evening, starting with me starting with Joanne actually from 5 to around 8 o'clock, and then Lydia with her chair, and I'm going to be there at the start of the evening and at the start of the morning, or at the end of the event, rather.
That's going to be great. We're going to need a lot of massages at the end of the event.
I'm sure you will. And one thing that you'll really like is that Joanne is going to bring her reflexology chair.
I was going to bring that up because, actually, Jose, Joanne is my reflexologist. Okay, and she works on my, my tootsies once in a while there. And for those of you out there that haven't had the opportunity to experience, reflexology treatment, you have to come out. And obviously, this is for a good cause. And, having not 1, but not 2, but 3 massage therapists. Did you know that, Hal? We're going to have 3 massage therapists out there underneath the shelter number 2 out there, Regional Park.
I wasn't aware of it, but I'm looking forward to it myself. Especially,
bring your checkbook.
It'll be with me.
All right, but, Annie, you're obviously going to be out, and, a little bit about yourself and what makes you experienced and, why you decided to donate for Relay for Life.
Well, I decided to donate because occasionally we massage therapists like to participate in special causes like the Muscular Dystrophy Association, like the Cancer Society. So, it's always a good thing to be able to lend your hands to some event that will be good for people. And we get to meet a lot of interesting folks, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great thing.
Now, for those individuals out there, Annie, that want to know more about my personal massage therapist or reflexologist, how can our listeners, all 13 or 14 of them out there in lovely South Florida, contact you?
Well, you can contact me by a phone, or you can contact me by checking my website. It's gotstress.getmassage.com. Got stress as in got milk, getmassage.com.
And your telephone number, Annie?
You'll see a lot about our services and our hands, what we can do to make you feel better.
And your telephone number to reach your contact?
Yes, it's 305-336-9608. That's my cell phone.
Jose, do you have anything to add to this? I mean, there's not that many relays. I've only seen one other relay, the Davie Cooper City, that had the massage therapist, and they weren't there all night, but our event's not going to have the 1, but 2, but 3 massage therapist.
It's always great when we get, like I said before, participants from different segments of the community that come out and support the event. This is just one more added thing that Weston has gone out this year to do, both for those that are going to be there walking all night and those that come out to just enjoy the event and support the teams that are out there and the survivors. Because if you don't have the opportunity of going out to the event as a team, you can still just come out and join us and be part of all of the ceremonies that take place during the day. So like Annie and her group of ladies that are going to come out and do the massages, that's what we want. We want the community to join us and support this event.
Now, there's going to be different food venues that are going to be there. There's going to be a list of things that are going to be fun that different teams have set up. And within each person's tent area, they'll be offering different things to different segments of the community. That it's just not people that are, like Jose was saying, cancer survivors or people that have been hit with cancer, but just people in general that maybe want to find out more information about it, such as like what Jose was saying, 1 out of 3 people in a lifetime will hear those words, but also just people that want to come out, hear about prevention, but at the same time that there will be a lot of fun and games. It's not just a solemn occasion, it's a fun occasion because it is celebrating survivorship. And Jose could speak more probably about the Luminaria, which is a really great event that we do. That it's, I believe it's at 8 o'clock.
For the benefit of those individuals out there that are unfamiliar with what a Luminaria is, what exactly is a Luminaria?
Well, Luminaria is where someone would be donating, and it's whatever that they feel comfortable in donating is a bag, and on this bag that they would be writing either in memory of or in support of someone that's going through cancer, and they could design it as simple as just putting someone's name or do it as elaborate or as they wish, and then we place it around the path that we have, and we have candles in each one, and then just before the actual service, we'll light each bag, each candle up, and as dusk comes down, it makes a beautiful, beautiful sight, and then we have a nice little service about that, and it's a very solemn but yet inspiring event that we do.
And of course, the Luminaria ceremony will be at 8 o'clock. Before we move on and get ready for break, Hal, Andy, you still out there?
Yes, I am.
Andy's still there. Difference between chair massage and a regular massage for those out there who are like wondering, how can I just get a massage at such a big open event like this?
Well, basically, we're going to be doing chair massage at the event, and Joanne, of course, is going to be doing her reflexology, which people who have sore feet will absolutely love, sore feet and legs. Chair massage is seated massage. You're seated in an ergonomically engineered chair, and you are fully clothed. And basically the therapist works on your neck and back and arms and stretches you a little bit if need be. And the session lasts about 10 to up to 30 minutes, actually, for some people. So I'm sure that we'll be able to satisfy a lot of hurting feet and backs that evening.
Now, of course, before we scare people away, obviously it's first come, first serve, at the event. But essentially, the 3 to 5 to 7 minutes. But if there's a line, obviously, you're shorting the sessions and, to make sure everybody's handled.
Oh, yes. We're going to try to take care of everyone. That's for sure. If we have to cut you off, then you come back for seconds. That's all.
All right, Annie, thanks for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
Annie actually is my personal massage therapist. I'll have to tell you about that later, Jose. But actually, she's a licensed massage therapist in Pembroke Pines area, and along with her crew, they're coming out this Friday to the Westin Relay for Life, and they will be there for the entire event working on the aching feet, backs, and necks of those individuals that are participating in Relay for Life. We're live in the studio this morning at 888-565-1470, and our daily office is at 954-581-5050. And, of course, Jose Pinera of American Cancer Society, the community representative for Westin Relay for Life, can be contacted, actually, for more information at 954-564-0880, extension 128.
Westin Wine and Food Festival on Sunday, March 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. at Main Street in Belltown Tower Lane in Weston. An eclectic range of wine distributors will be pouring select wines from around the world. You'll enjoy a tasty range of South Florida's noteworthy dining destinations, dishing out some of their signature items, plus the Latin flavor of award-winning 8-piece band Sabor Latino. Enjoy offerings from over 80 vendors and mingle with friends while you sip fine wine and marvel at the fine arts and crafts along the way. Plus, take part in a variety of specialty wine and food seminars. The event is designed to increase awareness and support of the American Cancer Society and Kids in Distress. It's the 4th annual Westin Wine and Food Festival on Sunday, March 25th from 2 to 7 p.m. at Main Street in Belltown Tower Lane in Weston. For more information, go online to www.westonwineandfoodfestival.com. That's westonwineandfoodfestival.com.
What's the most important thing in your life? Your health? Your family? What about your credit? Having good credit can mean the difference between enjoying life and living a constant nightmare. Get on the road to financial freedom today. Go to the Credit Restoration Consultant's website at talkaboutcredit.com. At talkaboutcredit.com, you'll see how CRC can help restore your credit today. You can check your credit score. You can apply for new credit cards even if you've had credit problems. Plus, you'll get a ton of must-have information about how your credit score affects you. Learn more about credit scores and how they affect your ability to obtain premium rates on that new car, home, or refinance. Got a problem with 20% interest rates on your credit cards? Go to talkaboutcredit.com. Learn how to interpret credit scores and correct any problems. Plus, you can order your 3-in-1 credit report directly from CRC without a hard-hit inquiry. Check out the Credit Restoration Consultant's website at talkaboutcredit.com. That's talkaboutcredit.com. Or call 954-581-5050. That's 954-581-5050.
You are listening to the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour with your host, Bill Lewis. If you have any questions about today's program, call us live on the air. From Boca, Deerfield, and Delray, dial 988-5470. That's 988-5470. And from all other areas, call toll-free, 888-565-1470. That's 888-565-1470. Now, once again, here's Bill Lewis.
All right, we are back to the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour. It's Monday, and we're not really talking about credit repair this morning. I got Jose Pinera in from the American Cancer Society talking about the Westin Relay for Life. I mean, a few weeks ago when we spoke about this, you joined me for the whole hour. We talked about spaghetti dinners. I guess we got any fundraisers this week, Jose? Any other spaghetti dinners out there, or is essentially the fundraising pretty much caught up, in light of the fact that we're, 4 or 5 days away from the event?
The big events that are fundraiser types have already taken place. Right now, the teams are just tidying up and pulling in their last donations that have either come online or just from personal asking of their families and friends.
Well, we did get some more money as we were actually talking on the show this morning, because the total donations online for the American Cancer Society's Westin Relay for Life, as of a couple moments ago, was $31,667, and I am a little bit higher than the $1,500 we talked about earlier. Where's my jacket?
I haven't seen today's total, as I said before, as of Friday, so that means that we've gone a little bit up. As of Friday, we were at 30,000, so that's good. We continue. It's been online, like I said before, has been great for us this year.
What is the goal actually for Westin Relay for Life?
The goal for Westin this year is 170 net.
Now, of course, and we talk about only 31,000 online, but there's a lot of other methods of donating. So, I mean, when you talk about 170, I don't want to make it appear to our audience that we're 140,000 off our goal. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 different calculations that go into this. I mean, as far as online, you got your offline, you got your other checks and your sponsorships. Where does it all end?
No, total, we have raised for the Westin Relay this year more than 2 year to date, more than 105,000, which is, again, going into the event with 105 already is tremendous fees, because we haven't done that before for Westin. So
now we
are proud of. We have sponsors that are out there. Hal, do you have some of those sponsors?
Actually, we're doing, which is always great for survivors. We have a special survivor dinner for them, and this year we've been really lucky that we have 2 of the top caterers that are out here in the Broward County area. One, which is the Chef's Table, which is Steve Sabatino. He was involved with also with the NFL this year, as well as Taste Buds Catering with Larry and Rachel. I'm not sure if I'm saying their last name right, but Gabade, and both of them have excellent food, and really happy that they're both sponsoring this event because they're getting first-class treatment, first-class food, and first-class service from them. And along with that, we have different local companies that I know that are out there. To name a few, there's Carolina Ale House, Bonefish Grill, East City Grill, Il Toscano Restaurant, Outback Steakhouse, Payway Asian Diner, Annabella Boutique, Barbara
Palacios.
I'm sorry. And Casablanca Home, Vast Frame, It's in a Kitchen, Radiance Med Spa, the Westin Collection, Gifted Child, The Great Merchant, Via Motor. We have a local artist by the name of Murph that isn't only local, but he's nationwide, that I know that President Clinton has one of his paintings, and a few other dignitaries, and he's going to have some paintings there along with his daughter, Elena Murphy. We have the Hyatt Regency Bonaventure, Red Door Lifestyle Spa, Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Bizarro Steakhouse, Limo One of Weston Limousine Company, Lux Images Photo, Art of Flowers, and then we have different magazines that have also been supporting us, which is like Weston Express Magazine, Weston Lifestyles Magazine, Our City of Weston. We have different, then also the papers such as the Sun Sentinel and the Miami Herald. Plus, we have the Weston Business Chamber of Commerce, which is a council of the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce that's been very helpful with us, along with the Weston Area Chamber of Commerce. So that's just to name a few. I could keep on going on, but we were just happy on the turnout of the community and them realizing that what a neighbor could bring to another neighbor, and we're, of course, still looking for more raffles, more donations. I know that there's more people that are still going to be coming aboard from whether it be gift baskets. We do have, for what I understand, we do have an auction. Not that I understand, I know that we do have an auction, of which one of the items that are going to be auctioned is a trip to Cannes, France. And there's a number of other items that we'll be having at this auction as well. So it's going to be a fun event, and along with the different high schools that'll have people that'll be singing and dancing and so forth. So looking forward to it.
You had something you wanted to add to that, Jose? I mean, did he miss one of the sponsors? I think he missed one or two sponsors along the way.
No, there are some that he that we just don't totally have on the list right now. But JK Team, Realty, Logo Dior, which is Hal's
company, but he doesn't want to be self-serving.
He doesn't talk about himself and what he brings to the table. Best Rentals, Stuart Lusky, PA, are some of them Credit Restoration, yourself. So these are other community agencies, community businesses that have been participating, giving of their time, in-kind donations throughout the year, and it's going to take place this coming weekend.
Well, I guess the question would be, Jose, is that, I mean, right now there's, you said, about 105,000. The goal is what, 170,000? What is it going to take to beat Pembroke Pines? Because Pembroke Pines typically is the top relay team. I mean, for I think 3 or 4 years running, the top in Broward County. Okay, you can smile now. Hopefully your bosses aren't listening. But what is it going to take to beat Pembroke Pines?
We have a chance. I think that this year we may give Pembroke a run for their...
well, we may or we will.
Well, I don't want to say it, but we're right there.
Okay, off the record for those people that aren't listening out there. Are we going to beat them or what?
I think that we might.
What is
They're at they made 205 this year so far.
Okay, so
their
far.
Their goal this year is to reach 225.
So we need to go 50 over our number in order to beat them.
To achieve the same goal. But we're right there. Weston this year has stepped up to the challenge, and they're working it.
And how many years has Pembroke Pines Relay been in existence?
This is the 9th year for Pembroke Pine, and this is the 5th year for the Weston Relay.
Oh, so if Weston were to actually, topple Pembroke Pines this year, then we'd be like, okay, great, 5th year, we knocked them right out of the loop.
And we have a chance.
We do have a chance. Who is the community representative for Pembroke Pines? It's too bad I didn't get them on the phone this morning.
Lisa Covington.
Be like, hi, Lisa, we're just coming for you, but, bet you didn't have all this extra advertising, huh? But, we got individuals out there that want to become involved, and obviously it's Monday, Jose. I mean, there are a lot of different teams out there and individuals that want to become part of a team, and, whether you're a business, a club, or, even families, friends. I mean, like you said, there's Cleveland Clinic, there's Memorial Hospital, there's a couple of churches and other faith-based groups out there, several schools and other service organizations. What can they do at this late stage? They might sit there and say, well, listen, I want to come out, but I really don't have a chance to raise a lot of funds. What does it take at this late stage to join?
They can come out and join us again, as we have been saying, and just support the event. Be there throughout the night. We will have raffle, chance drawings that will take place, and at that point in time, they can get some of those items that are there, the gift baskets that will be offered.
Any food in those baskets? By the way, Friday, for us Catholics out there, I can't eat meat until after midnight. So for those 5 barbecue girls out there, I have to wait until after midnight before I can get a hamburger. But, the chance drawings, is there any food in those things?
No.
No food.
Chocolates.
Okay, I can have a chocolate before midnight. Always good indeed. The smiling doesn't pick up. I don't do TV. We do radio here at Credit Restoration Consultants. The reason we do radio is obviously we do have a face for radio versus TV. But how can individuals at this late stage, and by the way, if you can't join because you can't really get a team, you still can donate. Obviously, you can go to the Credit Restoration Consultants website, and you have a couple options. Obviously, I want to send you to the CRC website because I myself am attempting to raise money on behalf of the Credit Restoration Consultants team. But Jose, let's say they don't want to donate to CRC. They want to donate in general. What is the game plan?
They can, again, call me and send the donation to the American Cancer Society's office. They can also, the day of the event, bring their donation to the event, or they can log on to the page and donate to any of the 20-plus teams that are out there. We have teams from the different schools out in Weston, Sagemont, both upper and lower, Indian Trace, Cypress Bay has about 7 different teams.
By the way, did they get all their chaperones? Because I didn't see any of those chaperones at the logistics meeting on Saturday.
They have their chaperones. We've been
I hope
talking
so. They
to
might
the
be
kids.
Listening.
We've been talking to the kids, and all of the kids have, all the teams have chaperones. That's a great, it's great to see the youngsters out in the community just taking a stand against cancer. From Cypress Bay, we have the Key Club, we have Future Medical, we have the SWAT team.
Show me the money, though. Where's the money?
They're showing. If you look on the site, you'll see how much money the kids have been raising so far.
I must be looking on a wrong site because they're not raising tons of money. They're raising some money, but do you find that most of the money comes in at the last minute? Tonight's obviously BankNet at the YMCA out in Weston, but
also there's that proclamation tonight too with the city of Weston, which is a great thing that the city is giving us, that they're going to be calling our dates now and forever as the Relay for Life dates here within Weston to the city. So right now, as of starting this year, March 23rd and 24th is going to be called Relay for Life Days here in Weston. And also for the people that want to log in, whether it be to your website here in Weston or get into somebody else with a team here within Weston, the site to go to is http://www.acsevents, that's ACSEVENTS.org/relay, RELAY/FL for Florida /Weston, WESTON.
That's a really long website. If they want to donate also, they can go to the website at talkaboutcredit.com and just click on the ACS Relay. What that'll do is that if they click on the American Cancer Society logo on our website at talkaboutcredit.com, they have several options. Either A, they can donate to any team. Click on where it says, look for a participant or look for a team or support a participant, and they can do that. If they decide they want to donate to the CRC team, they could do that also. They can just donate directly, but it's a lot easier sometimes. These long names, Jose. We got to get that name shortened sometime, huh?
That's true.
All right, we're getting ready to go to a break. Give us a ring in the studio, 888-565-1470, and Dave offices at 954-581-5050. Hal, if anybody wants to run a sponsorship or donate some money just for sponsorship, how can they reach you directly?
They can call my cell phone, which is 954-557-8055, or email me at logodoro@bellsouth.net. That's LOGODORO@bellsouth.net.
And, of course, Jose Pinera can be contacted at the American Cancer Society down in their lovely downtown offices here in Fort Lauderdale at 954-564-0880. Jose, your extension?
128.
We'll be right back in a moment.
As the source for all of your real estate and financing needs, the Kataya Mortgage Group has one goal: to help you create wealth utilizing the right mortgage instrument. We believe that a properly structured mortgage is the cornerstone of any wealth creation strategy.
We were able to take our equity and just snowball that into 7 pieces of property, including our business.
At Kataya Mortgage Group, it's all about educating you, the borrower. Before your next transaction, make certain that you explore all of your financing options.
Getting the loan through Kataya, getting my refinancing completed, paid off all of my debts, my car payment, my credit cards. Now I only have one payment a month to make.
Where now I'm responsible for a lower payment, which now my debt ratio is looking good. I show a higher income on my monthly rents. My cash flow is high.
Call 888-TALK-364 today. The Kataya Mortgage Group, revealing the path to ultimate wealth creation.
What's the most important thing in your life? Your health? Your family? What about your credit? Having good credit can mean the difference between enjoying life and living a constant nightmare. Get on the road to financial freedom today. Go to the Credit Restoration Consultant's website at talkaboutcredit.com. At talkaboutcredit.com, you'll see how CRC can help restore your credit today. You can check your credit score. You can apply for new credit cards even if you've had credit problems. Plus, you'll get a ton of must-have information about how your credit score affects you. Learn more about credit scores and how they affect your ability to obtain premium rates on that new car, home, or refinance. Got a problem with 20% interest rates on your credit cards? Go to talkaboutcredit.com. Learn how to interpret credit scores and correct any problems. Plus, you can order your 3-in-1 credit report directly from CRC without a hard-hit inquiry. Check out the Credit Restoration Consultant's website at talkaboutcredit.com. That's talkaboutcredit.com. Or call 954-581-5050. That's 954-581-5050.
You are listening to the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour with your host, Bill Lewis. If you have any questions about today's program, call us live on the air. From Boca, Deerfield, and Delray, dial 988-5470. That's 988-5470. And from all other areas, call toll-free, 888-565-1470. That's 888-565-1470. Now, once again, here's Bill Lewis.
Now, I've noticed here since the beginning of the show here, I've had 86 read receipts on the emails we sent out this morning reminding all the different teams, to participate and listen in this morning and talk about, Westin Relay for Life, as well as, participating and making sure they come out to the meetings. But something, we talked about the sponsors, we talked about how to participate in the event, but what about some of the teams, Jose, that are actually, participating? I mean, do they get credit, or we just wait to the last minute on that?
We will know. One of the great things about Westin is that we have such a large number of teams that come back year after year. This is, like I said, this is our 5th year for Westin, and we have had teams that have been participating with us since the very beginning. Every single one of them for a different reason, a different cause, a different mission of why they are participating in it, but with the same goal of at some point in time helping to eliminate cancer, which is the goal of the American Cancer Society. Art Sparsky has been out there forever trying to raise money. Team Lisa V with Mindy Caput and Amy Siskin as leading that team. They go out there every single time. They're out there. Julie Zhao with women's soccer, Sagemont Upper and Lower. The YMCA has put in their team. All of the schools, every single school out there in Weston right now, Indian Trace, Eagle Point, like I said before, Cypress Bay, they've been a participant since the very beginning, and they're still out there helping us out.
Who came in first place last year as far as raising money?
Last year it was Mindy Caput, Team Lisa B.
What did they raise?
They raised $42,000 last year.
As one individual team, huh?
As one team.
Whew, that's a lot of money.
And Art Sparsky came in second, and Sagemont Lower came in third.
Do you find that it's a few teams, obviously, that just, participate? I mean, as far as the raising, or is it the school teams, or is it a combination, or do you get some levels of success better than others?
Depending on what team we're talking about, depending on the level that they're able to bring, and that's fine. Every single person.
Well, every single person does help, yeah.
Helps, and some because of their positions, because of their jobs, because of their businesses like yourself, they're able to have a greater spectrum of contacts, so all of their friends, of course, are participating. And that's what happens with someone like Team Lisa B and Art Sparsky, yourself, all of those bigger teams. But the smaller teams bring in a contribution also. If it weren't for the smaller teams, we wouldn't be able to hit our goals.
Now, speaking of the rest of the teams, I kind of cut you off right after the schools, but I mean, there's almost 40 teams here.
Correct.
Give credit to the rest of them. Credit where credit's due.
I can just run down the list. EWM, which have been sponsors, our site sponsors this year, where we keep on meeting on a daily basis. Friends of Lisa, like I said, all of the Cypress Bay groups, from the Key Club, Future Medical, the SWAT team. The SWAT team has been a tremendous help. Those kids this year, when we went out to fight against Amendment number 4, and we needed to collect signatures for the amendment to take place, the SWAT kids were the ones that helped us collect those signatures. The day for voting, the SWAT kids were out there in the streets with the banners and their signs, so that people would vote for Amendment number 4. The Cancernators, superheroes against the cure. Credit Restoration, yourself, Superheroes Against Cancer. That team came in this year with Bobby and Barry. And Barry is a cancer survivor, like Hal was talking about a little while ago, that's on great medication, and it's because of research that he's on that medication. And right now he is cancer free, and we are so honored to be able to have him with us.
Yeah, he's the longest living survivor, stage 4 lung cancer in the United States, what I understand.
How long is that?
He's been for 4 years now cancer free. So that's awesome, and that is all due to cancer research, which is why we are doing this. Cancer research leads to new medications, leads to extending our survivors' lives.
All right, let's run down real quick. Time frame for the event starts this Friday, March 23rd, 5 p.m.
5 p.m. is the kickoff for our event. We will begin with our introductions of teams, our Survivor Lap, which is the first thing that happens at the event, and our Caregivers Lap. Those things lead off the Weston Relay.
What exactly is a Survivor Lap?
The survivors take the first walk around the track, where everybody is gathered, making sure that they are supporting all of our survivors. So all survivors that go to the event, they are the first ones to walk the lap and open the event. After the survivor laps, the survivors and their caregivers will go to the survivor dinner. And like we said before, it's being this year, we have it for
Steve Sabatino, obviously, Chef's Table. Larry and Rachel over there at Taste Buds. I mean, we've utilized them for a lot of different Westin Business Chamber events, and these are some of the better caterers that I've had the experience in dealing with. As a matter of fact, Steve is also on the board of directors with myself in the Westin Business Chamber. So, I want to applaud both Larry, Rachel, and Steve for doing a great job on this. By the way, the one thing I have neglected to ask you is, what is for dinner on Friday?
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Well, the Survivor dinner, but obviously later on we're going to have additional food. But I'm not in charge of food. I'm in charge of logistics.
We have different vendors from the community that are going to be donating food, from pizza to sandwiches, Einstein Bagels, Starbucks, Publix. Will be providing the cake for the survivors. So there's different businesses in the community that are providing food.
Well, I believe all the Publixes in Weston signed up but one. Which was the Publix in Weston that didn't sign up? Do we know offhand? Or
I don't know offhand.
I think it was the one.
I do know.
It was. I do know too, and I don't want to put Jose on the spot, but I believe for us listeners out there, or their listeners out there, they should go. But the
one that's in Town Center.
Yeah, that's it. Hal said it. I didn't. But the Weston Town Center. Why do you suppose, Hal? I mean, I'm not asking Jose, but Hal, why do you suppose that all the Publixes out in West Broward have decided to participate? Don't worry, they're not going to strangle you. It's my show, Jose. Why do you suppose that all the Publixes in the West Broward area want to participate, but the one in Weston Town Center?
I unfortunately don't have an answer for that. It was surprising to hear that initially when I did hear that. Normally, I know that normally you do have to go through corporate, but yet Publix is in itself, they do have the availability individually of doing some small items, which they all have been gracious enough to do, but that one Publix.
I mean, I've known,
but the one. No less, they do get. I myself used to shop at that particular one because it was just convenient to where I live.
Why don't you shop there anymore?
It just upsets me that someone such as that store doesn't want to participate. I could understand if it's done as a whole corporate and nobody could do that, but each one could be done as a separate small amount, and then they're outwardly saying just no, and especially for a cause such as this, where, like Jose again was saying before, 1 out of 3 people in their lifetime will hear that they have the words cancer and such. And we're not asking for them much. Each one that we're getting is maybe just the milk here or water there or. All right.
So in other words, not to cut your show up, but I only got an hour for the show. But the Weston Town Center Publix is not even going to give us the items that they would normally throw out at night, such as the bagels, the donuts, the extra bread, and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay. Well, we'll have to sit there and maybe start a little telephone campaign there to the Publix out there in Weston Town Center. I'll talk to Steve Kane to see if he can have it on his show tomorrow and make a few phone calls to the Publix in Weston Town Center about their lack of participation. But Hal, thanks for coming on. Obviously, the show will rebroadcast tonight at 7 p.m. Jose Pinera, your telephone number over at American Cancer Society. You can stop laughing now. Your bosses are not probably listening to the show this morning.
They are listening.
And we brought up Publix. You didn't.
954-564-0880, extension 128. I thank you. I thank Hal. I thank the whole community from Weston. All of the survivors that are going to be participating there. It is going to be a tremendous event for us this year. And I repeat, that I am so proud of the committee. I am so proud of that community that's out there. Thank you very much.
All right, Jose, thanks a lot. This is Credit Restoration Consultants Hour. We broadcast tonight at 7 o'clock. Should you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to give us a call at 954-581-5050. Jose, thanks for coming on. And, of course, his number at ACS is 954-564-0880, extension 128.
Thank you for listening to the Credit Restoration Consultants Hour with credit restoration expert Bill Lewis. Credit Restoration Consultants has offices located at 4263 Davie Road, Suite 2 in Davie, Florida. If you're having credit problems, if your bills are out of hand, or if you just want to get a credit checkup, call Bill Lewis today at 954-581-5050. That's 954-581-5050. Or go online to www.talkaboutcredit.com. That's www.talkaboutcredit.com. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of the station, its staff, management, or sponsors.